There's always two sides. Just so you know, Jamie.
Recording in progress.
Okay, good afternoon, folks. Call to order the Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 Plastic Reduction Bylaw Task Force meeting. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I think we have participation remotely. Mary, I see you there. So let's start with our current status of regulation. I'm pleased to report that at its meeting on September the 15th, I believe the Board of Health unanimously voted to approve the regulation as a health regulation now in the town of Yarmouth. So that is well done. And so we now have an official health regulation that will become effective 1/1/26. So the next step in the, I guess, procedural posture of all of this would be a town meeting article seeking to rescind the general bylaw. Do I have that right, Bob?
Yes.
And so, just so folks are aware, the Board of Health voted that regulation. It is now adopted. It becomes effective on the date I indicated before. And the only matter at town meeting, besides educating folks of its existence, as we're doing here, is just a real short rescission article of the general bylaw. So there won't be a vote at town meeting to adopt what's already been adopted. Is that fair?
That's correct. And if we play our cards right, it's not a huge go through every detail of it. Hopefully, we can do that with the community, to prepare people for the actual town meeting action and not try to wait till town meeting and then try to prepare them for the town meeting action at town meeting.
Which brings us perfect segue into our next agenda item, which is education communication, which, to Bob's point, is the hope that through all of the efforts that we've done to date, now the next phase is to get the word out, for lack of a better phrase. So I'd like to start by just, I guess, recognizing folks from the town's communication department to tell us a little bit about what's been done to date regarding the webpage and social media. So I see Lori and Paul are here. Do you guys mind coming up to the table and letting us know a little bit about what has transpired to date on those two fronts?
Sure. So in August, late August, we created a plastics reduction page for the website. And that has been published, it's been since published. On there is a summary, FAQs, the slideshow that Stop and Shop gave us, the list of the task force members, and all of the YouTube meetings from meetings like this are posted on there. We are also in the process, we're working with Cape Media to develop a video to explain to the public exactly what is going on. And I know the producer of that video is Brian Sullivan, and I know he reached out to a few of you to see if he could get your input and comments. And that would be really helpful if you can get back to him, because we'd like to get that video out there sooner than later. We also have developed we've created a social media post. We're just really waiting from the Board of Health. We're kind of following their lead and when we want that posted and how often and so forth. So that's where we stand right now.
And just for the clarification, you can also go on the webpage and actually find a link to the regulation itself. Is that right?
Yes, there's a big red link that says click here, and you can find out about the regulations right there on the webpage.
You can get through it through the health department page also. So there's multiple avenues to get to it. So it's not hidden.
Okay.
Jamie, do you want to pull it up? Because Liam said it is
Sure.
possible.
Let's,
So Barry, Liam said we could pull it right up on the laptop and it would come up on the screen. Has everyone seen the webpage or not?
Yep, I've been on it, it's great.
Now, Jamie and I were talking about that too. And I know I have to send you additional agendas and minutes that I haven't.
Yes.
So if you're pulling it up, people here have said they can't find it. So start with, before you go to it, start from just scratch so we can make sure everybody knows how to find it. While they're pulling that up, Jim, I had an idea, one thing I thought could kind of be helpful. I mean, obviously, the key thing that we need to do is let everybody know what the effort has been, what's around it, what we've accomplished, and, I think with all of the other stuff that's going on, one tool that might be helpful right now is to develop just a simple press release that is more of a description of what we set out to do, what we're doing, and kind of a declares victory for the community. I mean, obviously, I think a lot of what we're trying to do is generate that enthusiasm in the community as we had this, issue with reducing plastic. And what we're announcing is we've got a mechanism to reduce plastic in the food service industry, toward elimination. And, with all the participants, everybody getting together, environmental groups, business groups, it's a real win-win for the town. And I'd love to have that, be just a standalone kind of a little message. And then I'll bet you we could work with the communications team and they could start with that and begin to push that out into the community, with these guys are masterminds at all of the social media and everything like that. And if people saw, that the town's announcing, we're gonna, eliminate plastic and this is how we're gonna do it, that kind of thing, that starts to get the message resonating in the community. And then, we can follow up with all of the videos and, maybe different things that show the regulations, how they work, and, and that type of thing. But I think it starts with some kind of an announcement that we push out there.
Sure. It just,
Yeah, we can definitely help with a press release and an announcement. We just need the information, and we can go from there. So whatever you want to highlight, whatever's important, send that to us, and then we can draft the press release and send it out.
I'm sure Mary and I could put our heads together and come up with a brief one-pager that, it's all on my mind right now. The kind of key things that we need to say is that how, we created this committee with all of the stakeholders, reviewed our petition bylaw, carried the spirit forward, and embedded it right into the business community. We got everybody working together, and that now that, I think that the vote from the Board of Health unanimously adopting these regulations, I mean, that's clearly a watershed moment. And the community should know about it. And I bet we could come up with something nice and then show it to you, and you could help us make it perfect.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, and it might be a good idea to mention, this regulation, like something similar has passed in Falmouth that we took a lot of inspiration from. So it's becoming a Cape-wide movement. I'm sure other towns will look to both Falmouth and Yarmouth's regulations.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Cape Cod movement.
Well, and if I can just say, I know Jamie and I have both been contacted by a local resident. I have her name at home. And she really wanted to compliment this group on how they brought all the different parties together. And she's like, I think you guys have set the example of how committees can work so closely together with different points of view. So it'd be nice to even get a quote from her. I'm pretty sure I have her name at home. I'm at work. That's home these days. So that might be a nice addition too, to put a couple quotes in there.
You need a move that they be assigned to run off and do that?
I don't think we need a motion, but if you guys have that consensus, we'll work on
it's a
it.
great idea.
Me too.
I think the more messaging we can put out there, the better. Mary, go ahead. Mary?
Oh, no, I just said, yes, I think it's a great idea. So you can get to the Plastic Reduction Task Force information just by typing plastic reduction into the search bar once you get into the town website.
I did try to find it by using search and I didn't get
Yeah,
one.
it took me to the
Go back and I'll try it.
regulation,
Ah.
not to the page.
Yeah, we used plastics and it was down at the bottom. but-
Yeah, so when I typed in the word plastic in the search bar, it takes you to,
So I just typed in plastic
Regulation,
right there and plastic reduction regulation.
Plastic reduction. Right.
There it is.
There it is, but it doesn't take you to the homepage. There you go.
Perfect.
Very good.
Who
I
controls?
thought it was the regulation, so I didn't bother to click on it.
There it is there.
There it is, right there. Big and red.
Barry, can you tell us what the process is notifying the food establishments?
That was my next.
So we've already started that process. With our OpenGov system that we have, we sent out a mass email, letting them know. We sent them a copy to this link, all of the information we had to the links. We sent them the regulation, and Phil is now, once he's starting the process of when he goes out to does his inspections and meetings, and he's talking to them face to face about it. He has a copy of the FAQs, all that good stuff. I did pass out a copy of the waiver form for all you. We're not going to give these out. We're going to let them come into the office to get them. We're going to make them work a little bit for it. There's not going to be that easy to get it, but at the Board of Health meeting last night, they made a few changes, so we made the changes on these. So, Mary, we sent you an email with the updated waiver on it if you haven't got that yet for you to review. So,
Thank you, Barry.
you're welcome. Yeah, so people are asking us too already about it. And one last thing, not one last thing, but Peter right here, I didn't realize you're a PhD in statistics.
Yeah.
Congratulations. He wants to put up, do a little statistics project. We're gonna get like 3 restaurants and both the big grocery stores and see what they used last year, see what they used this year, and see what they use next year, and just be able to track our progress on how they are reducing plastics in their operations. So it's gonna be, it's gonna take a while to get some good data, but we'll be able to get it. So thank you and we'll be able to help you do whatever you need to do. So.
Thanks.
I think that's
Is
great.
there anything you could send the chamber that we'll be doing our newsletter next week? That
Yes,
we
ma'am.
could send out? Okay,
Yep.
Great, thank you.
Will you be putting I'm gonna just go back to the form, which looks good, the waiver or the request form. Will this be available to anybody? Can you get it online? Or you haven't made that decision
We
yet?
haven't made that decision yet. I'd like for them to come in to get it, just that way if I gotta go in to get it, I might as well just search a little bit harder, just.
Well, fair enough, that's your call, just curious, that's all. All right.
How does that feel to a business owner?
Well,
Right,
I mean,
If you want it, and if they ask
convenience is
for it.
great, but if you're gonna have to apply for the waiver, you're gonna have to apply for the waiver either way.
Yeah.
So if that means I gotta come in
We can
for
get
it.
it out there, and
I'm gonna
maybe
do what I
put
need
it
to
on
do.
their application form too, so they'll be available, and we're not gonna hide it from them, so.
Okay. So we've had the suggestion of a press release, which I think is great. Webpage, social media, are we missing anything? I can't think of anything else, but what do I know? Is there any other avenue or anything else anyone can think of as a way to get the message out? Liz?
Well, and I guess I have to go up to a mic, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that when you do a search, just plastic, I'm a little bit, plastic reduction bylaw is maybe not what people are thinking they should be looking for. So Barry, you probably know too. I mean, it's just the search engine aspect should be picking up plastic.
So we are doing a redesign of the website, and one of the problems with the website right now is the search engine isn't up to par. And that is going to, but that's going to change in the next couple of months. So it should be able to be found a lot easier. But it is the search engine right now on the website that needs a little love, and it's going to get it. So
Can you go back to the homepage of the website? Just like,
So there's this. So I just typed in, just make it,
yeah, just type in plastic reduction,
I just typed.
and it should come up,
CLS, and it's right there.
and it pops right up.
Oh, and there's a bunch of questions underneath it. What the heck
I
is
like the FAQs too, that's helpful.
Thank you. I created this.
Thank you.
The only other suggestion I had is to maybe have one or two of the members do a radio interview on Spectrum. I don't know if any of you are willing to do that, but it's a good morning radio show. A lot of local residents listen to that. I think that might be of interest. It's completely free. So if anyone's interested in that.
I'd be more than happy to help out with that.
Is that Marty doing that now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe Jamie
no,
can help
it's
me.
perfect.
Sure.
It's a 30-minute show, and it's probably 18 minutes by the time you're done with all the
Oh,
commercials.
it's not even that long. I just did it. It's like 14 minutes. Yeah.
There's another alternative. I mean, every media outlet, radio, I don't know what's media, press release goes out, Cape Cod Times hopefully picks it up because there's no register anymore or whatever, Mid-Cape paper. there
Yeah,
used to
that's
be.
the problem. We don't have a lot of local media anymore, so we have to come up with alternative ways to get our message across. We are launching a podcast, and hopefully it will be finished and ready to go in, dare I say, in the next month or so. So we are hoping to get it done before town meeting. So there is a chance for some of you to come on the podcast if you want to talk about the article. It would be a great time to do that. It's whether or not we can get things up and running. But if we get that interview out, we can put that everywhere. So all the podcast episodes will air anywhere you can get your podcast, as well as where everything already is: YouTube, Facebook, the website. So it's just going to be another way that we can get our message out.
So if we
to
have
the
a
public.
podcast, what kind of a team would we send in to do it? Like 2, 3 people?
3 would be a lot. 2 max on the set.
So have 2 people. You just need to, if you give us the go-ahead, we'll put that together, and we'd love to do a podcast. And kind of reminds me of the other thing is, Lori was just giving me a rundown the other day of all of the communication and outreach efforts that are geared towards the town meeting. And this is our town meeting, so maybe we could talk about some other potential opportunities that are associated with our general town meeting that we could focus on. The thing that comes to my mind is, I do a video where I run through and explain the articles, and I was almost thinking that this year, instead of me just doing a reading, it might be a fun thing, because there's 2 zonings on there that we might have Kathy Williams maybe do a little piece to explain the zoning. She's so awesome with it, and that if there was an article, for say on the plastic, maybe we could do something where we have just a little discussion of what the plastic article is, and then kind of put it all together in our general sort of town meeting video, which is not going to be too long this year because there's only like 14 articles, and that gives us just another sound bite to talk about what we're doing and put it out there.
Yeah, we definitely have thought about that. Marcel, Paul, and I have talked about that. It's just a matter of, is the podcast going to be ready to go? So as long as it's ready to go, I think the opportunities are really going to be endless, ways that we can highlight some of the articles
But in addition,
for a town meeting.
We got the podcast.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. And then we're going to do the town meeting video anyway, right?
Right.
So we got the town meeting video, and I'm trying to think, I should have brought you a list. What else did we had we're gonna do a town meeting run through at the select board meeting, where we just do like a reading of the warrant. And it may be a good opportunity to have a couple of committee members. When we do that, it's on TV, it's on video, that we could just have the explanation, basically the elevator talking points from our press release. This is what we did, this is what we did, this is what we did. It's a massive victory for the town. Everyone's rallying around it. We're really excited to go to town meeting. And just to kind of generate that positive enthusiasm. So that probably would be November 4. So you might want to write that in your calendar, and so that's town meeting preview night. And right around that same time is when I do my little video. It's not a big production. Most of the time I sit where Jamie's sitting and I tell jokes and read the,
Well, this year, hopefully you'll be on the podcast set. So it's gonna look,
and
it's
we're
gonna
ready,
look great.
we're ready for the podcast. Not shying away from it, but I'm trying to line up like 2, 3, 4 things that,
Yep.
we can count on to just get the issue in the public so people know about it and people know that it's something we're celebrating.
Yep.
Because that's the only thing that I fear is, you get to town meeting, if people haven't heard about it, there's not enough information in the article because it's basically a rescission, and then before everybody figures it out, we bicker about it for 20 minutes, and then everybody gets it, and then we vote it. I'd rather have people come there already ready, knowing about it, and we can definitely do that. We have more social media posts, I think, than most of the towns on Cape Cod put together.
Than any of the towns, yes.
Wouldn't it be helpful to include a restaurant so that people know that the restaurants are supportive?
I did suggest that Mike and Aiden be interviewed, so I did provide that information
Good.
to Brian.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know if you've been contacted or not.
Not yet. Or not that I know of, so.
Like, we'll have to pick our podcast team, like, it just, in my mind, I'm thinking Jamie and Aiden, it's like a home run city. That thing'll get an Emmy.
All right, can't wait. Bob, to your point, and it's a good one, is getting the information out there to prevent the bickering, but you have to be ready for the bickering.
Oh, yeah, no, we love to
Town meeting, I
bicker.
mean, it is what it is. I don't mean to be disparaging about it. You can put all the information out there, and all it takes is a couple of questions and a couple of things, and you have to be ready to address it. But the hope and why we're here is to try to avoid that, get ahead of it, minimize that is the objective here. So,
I firmly believe is if people know what's going on, right, they can have questions and stuff, but they'll be generally, it's the type of thing that you've been waiting, when's Yarmouth gonna do something like this? And boom, this is a real great example. So we're kind of like wicked proud of it. And I don't know, I got that from the select board too, that the select board was very proud of the efforts of this committee and the town. It just reflects very positively on what we can accomplish if we work together.
And I've been reaching out to some of the people who stood up, because they're my constituents, and telling them how this process has worked and what to expect, so that I'm helping trying to spread the information.
hold on to it, you might need it.
I'll get it if I have to.
Lord, thank you very much for your efforts. We'll
You're
be
welcome.
staying in touch on all of this, and the website looks great. More to come.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
To help. Thank Marcel for the webpage.
Thank you, Marcel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marcel.
All right, we do have approved the minutes from our meeting of 9:10, if everyone's had a chance to look at them. Anyone have any questions? Any issues?
I move that we approve the minutes from our 9/10/25 meeting.
Is there, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Guys,
I'm abstaining, I wasn't there.
fair enough. Okay, the ayes have it. Other business, and I guess I'll kind of skip ahead a little bit. To kind of the next meeting date to talk about the other business. So let's fast forward here. We've got some great ideas of getting information out and communication out. Do we want to schedule out maybe another 3 or 4 weeks to stay on top of this, to see where we are going forward? I think it would be important just to get a recap in a few weeks, because by then, the press release, Spectrum, social media, all the things we've talked about should be done. And maybe we can then see how it's working. Do we have to correct something? Do we have to react to something or something like that? Rather than just saying, okay, this is great, we'll see you at town meeting. All right?
Bob, you said the you're gonna go over the town meeting for the November 4th?
November, yeah, so it'd be great if we could have a meeting, short time before
Yeah.
November 4th.
Whatever that Wednesday before November 4th is, that would be kind of productive.
29th.
Is that all right with everybody?
I cannot do that Wednesday, the 29th.
Yeah,
What about Tuesday? Thursday?
Hold on.
that week's not good for me, the 25th through the 29th, but you might not need me if you've got everybody else.
Let's just look. All right. So the 4th is a Tuesday.
We want to meet that Monday?
That's cutting it close, my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we meet when you're not there?
No, I think it'd be great, and I could kind of work with you to make sure that if I have any information,
Yep.
I hand it off, I won't be doing too much, and, and I, basically, what we do on the town meeting review, it's, we call it our mini town meeting, and so usually I'll we'll walk through Article 1. Article 1 is going to be this, and then on the articles that have, whether it's a working group, the planning board's been working on it, in this case, we have the committee, we would say, that this is the plastic reduction, we need to rescind this bylaw, and then somebody from the committee can be here and then just get up, say a few words about it, and we'll see any questions. And then it's great because it's all, videoed, and then we show that over and over before town meeting. So it wouldn't be a heavy lift. It'd be in a context of we're going through all of the articles, but we get a chance to highlight why this is important, what we've done, any questions, that kind of thing.
Perfect. So what about the 28th? It's Tuesday. It's a week before that meeting.
I won't be there, but that's fine.
What? I'm kidding.
Extremely busy day.
I'm kidding. All right. Does the 28th, is that good? 2:30 here?
Works.
All right, so 10/28 at 2:30 PM. Presumably here. If that changes, we'll let everybody know. All right, does anyone have any other business we would like to talk about, think we need to talk about? I forgot.
I'd kind of like to chat about the waiver. I think it looks really good. But, and this just, I just don't know how this process works with the health department. So are you planning to have your staff look into, the alternatives that businesses could use? Like, say a business says, these are the alternatives that we found. This is why they don't work for our business. I just want to make sure,
They have to give a, right there, listing alternatives you've tried and why they're not feasible, and then list other steps your business is taking to reduce. So they're gonna have to do some homework, then I'll sit down with them and go over and get the explanation why. Again, if it's 4 businesses all are asking for the same product, all 4 of those businesses have done their due diligence, I feel. But if one business comes in and can't find a substitute for this, but all the other businesses have, then we can go from there, so.
okay, great.
Get your denied stamp out for the form.
Rejected.
And I like the last box that you have on there. Please list other steps your business is taking to reduce plastic usage. I like that. That's a nice one. But yeah, I just wanted to ask about it. But I'm glad to hear you have a plan.
Thank you. Yes, Bob?
No, I was just going to say that I appreciate, and I think we should really push the issue of the duration of the waivers, that, keep them on a fairly short leash so that hopefully these alternatives will be developing over
Yes.
time, so people won't just get a long-term waiver and not be working on it.
Yep. That's why we put that in there. Just, I mean, the 1 year, that's usually a cycle of, a lot of the small businesses buy for the season. That's why we put in the 1 year. So if they can't find it, then when they go to buy for the next year, that they're looking for alternatives for that. So we're keeping in mind the small businesses too, so.
Should it be more geared, like, if you're a year-round operation, then 6 months waiver, like, you'd be applying for that sort of thing, versus the 1 year for just a seasonal? Should they more or less be applying, like, with the idea that, hey, we are seasonal, we're looking for May to September only,
Yeah, that sounds.
versus like a full 1 year reprieve?
Like you talk about just the season, you mean?
Like if you're completely seasonal,
Yeah.
like instead of just requesting a 1 year duration, instead of that, you're asking like, are you year round or seasonal? And that's more or less your duration of, you're looking for the summer of 2026 waiver
Okay.
as your season, versus like Aiden and I'm year round, Aiden's not, but
Seasonal, yeah.
yeah.
We could look into changing that.
I think it would make, in my opinion, it makes more sense for you guys to see seasonal businesses versus just a time period of lapse.
So
Versus
under the
like,
duration, you wanted to say example, seasonal 1 year, or do you have it in
Yeah.
front of you?
yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm looking at like, you're just asking for, am I requesting this for 1 year, 6 months? If I was a seasonal person, my season is literally truncated down to, the 4 or 5 months I'm open. Like I'm not necessarily thinking about 1 year versus a year-round person's looking for the 1 year
Okay.
waiver type thing.
Mary, what do you think about that? She had a lot last night, so. She's still in there? Yeah, I can sit down and look
Is-
at it, so.
It's just duration of waiver requested. Example, 6 months, 1 year. I mean, theoretically, you could put summer of 26, right?
Yeah.
Or 9 months, or 8 months, or whatever. I mean, it's adaptable.
That's just an example, so, yeah.
I think it's adaptable. You're going to ask for the time you want, or you
Yeah.
think you need, okay? I mean,
And I'm not gonna do it over more than a year, though, so.
I'm just saying, if I was looking at it from where you guys are having these come in, if I saw that, okay, they checked marked seasonal, that way I know at the end of that next season, those are set aside, these are the ones that are year round, those are the ones we need to refocus on, sort of thing.
We could put another.
Just helps separate.
We'll put another example in there. 6 months, 1 year seasonal. So that's easy enough. It's just typing. Thank you.
Just another thought. It might be, I know that we were like debating whether or not to have this available online. It might be good to have like a version of this in the FAQs. I could just see people being like, oh, there's a waiver. Like, what does that look like? It might kind of put them at ease to see what it looks like online. You could watermark it and say like, I don't know, example,
Yeah,
or
we can
like,
definitely get this in the FAQ.
Yeah.
So we didn't give it to them yet because I had a meeting with IT yesterday, but we wanted to get this to my board last night. So this is the version that we're going to let them have it, but we'll adjust that.
great.
anybody have anything else? Okay.
Did you want to do that motion for our esteemed colleagues here writing up what we should put into the,
I'm not sure we need a motion for them to create a press release.
no, probably not.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Go over the action steps, just so everyone's
there you
clear.
Sure, yeah.
So I have Bob and I will draft a press release. I will send the additional minutes and agenda to the IT team. Barry, I was thinking maybe you and Haley could do the Spectrum show together.
Okay.
That might be good. I'll put you in contact with Marty. Barry's gonna send me information about the newsletter. I'll get the room reserved hopefully for 10/28. And Barry's gonna send me information for the chamber newsletter.
Perfect. All right,
podcast if it,
If it comes through, yeah.
great.
okay,
All right, very good.
all right. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, the ayes
Aye.
have it. Excellent. All right, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Good job.
Recording stopped.